Okay, so hi everyone. So we're going to have this one for the computing the daily gross income of a person during a certain situation. And that situation could be on an ordinary work day, rest day, special holiday, and of course the regular holiday. Now, for example, you are given a monthly salary of 26,000 pesos. And for that given of 26,000 pesos, that person who has this salary worked for 10 and a half hours on a regular holiday. So how much will be the rate of that person for that day who made this on a regular holiday and worked for 10 and a half hours? So we need to know the daily gross income of that person for that day. So let's start with knowing how much is the daily rate of the person. So the daily rate of the person would be, since it was not given, so sa usapan po natin, the automatic divisor will be 26. Okay? So the daily rate will be 26,000 divided by 26. Pero kung yun po ay nilagay, kung ilang oras o ilang araw po sila nag-work, kailangan yun po ang magiging divisor natin. So for this one, the daily rate of that person will be 1,000 pesos. Now, how much will be the daily rate of that person during a regular holiday? Since it's regular holiday, ang bayad po sa kanya for the 8 hours, first 8 hours na nagtrabaho po siya, kasi yun po ang nakalagay sa code natin, will be 200% nung sahod niya ng araw na yon, or simply times 2. So, yung regular holiday rate niya will be 1,000 pesos times 2. So that will give us a 2,000 pesos for that day. Diba? Ngayon, kailangan natin malaman yung per hora niya o yung tinatawag nating hourly rate, kasi doon sa hourly rate, makikita ninyo, nagtrabaho siya for 10 and a half hours. So, hindi lang siya nagtrabaho for 8 hours. Nagtrabaho din po siya ng extended. At gaano katagal siya nagtagal? 2 and a half hours or 2.5 hours yung in-extend niya. So, first, we need to know the hourly rate, kasi doon tayo magbabase sa hourly rate kung magkano yung magiging overtime rate ng person na yun. Okay? So, the hourly rate, of course, simply 2,000 pesos divided by 8. And what is that 2,000 pesos divided by 8? So, the hourly rate of that person is 250 pesos. Okay? So, sa 250 pesos na yon, dyan tayo kukuha magkano ang magiging overtime rate ng tao na yan. OT rate. So, 250 pesos times, dito, we're going to add another 1.3 or 130% kasi nag-overtime siya. So, that will be 1.3 yung multiplier natin. And 250 times 1.3 is 325 pesos. Ngayon, magkano ang OT pay niya? Magkano yung overtime pay niya? So, ang rate na niya for that overtime pay is 325. Kaya ngayon, si 325, siyang imumultiply natin doon sa extended time ng tao. At ilang oras siya nag-extend para sa work niya? 2 and a half or simply 2.5. Kasi ang sabi, the person worked for 10 and a half hours. So, doon sa 10 and a half hours niya na yon, meron siyang first 8 hours. So, ang sobra niya ay 2 and a half. Okay? So, 325 times 2.5. So, you're going to have the answer to be 812.50. Will that be our final answer? No. We need to know the daily gross income or the gross income of that person for that day. Oh, ano po yung magiging gross income niya para sa araw na yon? So we're going to have the regular holiday rate niya, which is the 2,000 pesos, plus yung naging overtime niya, which is 812.50. So therefore, your final answer should be 2,812.50. Okay? So ganyan lang po siya. Sige po. Thank you.